okay, so there's King of the Hill in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but Boomhauer doesn't talk that way. They literally didn't do the character. So in Japan, Boomhauer is like, and he's got this like strong Japanese voice, but he says everything normally. He's not that damn there on the donkey over.
Well, I guess I don't know, because I mean the weird thing is, I guess it goes along the lines of, even people with accents, when they sing, they don't sing with accents unless they're like really, really, really thick. So, and the Japanese people, can they do that? I mean, I guess that's what would be considered voice acting, but the Japanese people or anyone, did they know it? Would it be like us being to put on a Texas hick accent there, right? Do they know how to do that in their own pronunciation?
No, because they don't have that. Okay, so I mean, the reason why Boomhauer talks the way Boomhauer does is because he used to be a truck driver, so he's got CB talk. Well, they don't have that shit there. Yes, they have CBs. I'm not saying like they're Stone Age in Japan. They don't have that, down there on your donkey over. They don't have that, black bear on your donkey over. What is a black bear on your donkey? A black bear is a state trooper that is behind your truck. That's on the donkey, is on your ass.
And we're going to take a pickle of the brothel up there on the right. Yep. Oh, there's a cow tipped over there by the trees again, man. Yeah. And I'm going to get
so they don't have that. So there is no Boomhauer.
There's no
he's there, but he's not. Yeah, he doesn't have the draw, and he doesn't have the accent. He doesn't have the trucker speak, so the whole character's lost.
That's weird. And it's funny too, because now that I think about it, because like everybody, everybody know how to do back down and backwoods on accent up there. And then it's like, and if you want to be a proper Brit, like even if you're bad at it, you can still fake it. But now that I think about it, trying to fake a Japanese accent with that hick drawl, I don't know if I could do it. I wouldn't even know where to begin. So maybe it's just impossible. If there's a voice actor out there that can actually channel that and figure it out for us, that would be great. We got ourselves a convoy. You convoy, drive over here now. Yeah, he's better go on do what he said, man. Yeah.
Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Raise your horn high and scream. Roll and talk and roll. Chase the fire and dream.
Loki brings the laughter. Zeropium brings the pain. 0 hour beckons. Unload with all your weapons.
Light the fires and kick the tires. Fall with dragon fire. Never stop the fight. Keep the fires burning bright.
Shadows dance on ancient walls. Laughter's echo rings in the halls of heroes' war, where every legend sings.
Through the storm and tempest, fearless we remain. With a heart of burning flame, we conquer every plane. Light the fires and kick the tires. Fall with dragon fire. Never stop the fight. Keep the fires bright.
Shadows dance on ancient walls. Laughter's echo rings in the halls of heroes' war, where every legend sings. mischief. Raise your horns high and scream.
Skull and tuck and roll.
Chase the fire and dream.
Loki brings the laughter.
Zeropium brings the pain.
Zero hour beckons.
Unload with all your weapons.
The lights, the fires, and kick the tires. Skull and dragon fire. Never stop the fight. Keep the fires burning bright. Through the storm and tempest, fearless we relay. With a heart of burning flame, we conquer every plane.
Be great, be excellent to each other. Always keep a friend to enter. Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Welcome to 0 Hour.
So what's up? Good morning. Welcome to 0 Hour here on Mornings of Mischief. I am your host, Stone Loki, and of course with me today is the man, the myth, the legend, the man you all know as the whatever alien Zeropium. How are you doing, brother? How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. Phew. Fist bump to the brothers and a sip of water for the working man. Oh, I should be drinking something warm because it is starting to get nice and cold. So good. Good morning, everybody. Very good. Long weekend. Zero's weekend is still going. So happy early Thanksgiving to our friends north of the border here in Valhalla.
Oh yeah, you guys do that shit in October, don't you?
Yeah, why? Because we're assholes. We just want to be different. So happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow mother Canuckers in chat. Anybody listening or watching the replays, doing whatever. Hope you're having a good song. A good song? Yeah, Henry Campbell says that's a good song. I hope you're singing a good song too. Enjoy it. Do what you got to do. Man, it's been a crazy week. So here we go. It feels like I just did this a few days ago. It's weird.
Maybe you did. Good
Maybe
morning to everybody out there watching. Good morning to Penny, Longest Parsec, Shellback, TJC, the Muppet from Another Puppet. What's up, brother? Keely Chow. Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide. Good morning. Mr. Butt Crack Media is here. What is up, Mr. Butt Crack Media? Asaj Melody is here. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see, who else do we got? We got Blood Guilty Gaming. We got Shellback. Tyrannus Cygnus, good morning. Project Storytime, the Wicked Wrench of the East. He says, I need an adult now. We all need an adult now. Shit.
I got some bad news, ladies and gentlemen. We are the adults.
Henry Gambles, what's up, brother? Gun Bunny and Shockwave. Good morning, Gun Bunny, Shockwave. Hey, good morning to Psychodorp 9. I know he's out there somewhere. Somewhere.
Somewhere.
There is a Psychodorp 9.
We were breaking into song before the show, man. Y'all missed a good one.
I can't do that. No.
While he was breaking into song, I was
not. You lie.
don't look at me like that.
Was not breaking into song. No. Me and my monkey, what's up? Jester of Sin is over on the Rumbles. What is up, Jester of Sin? Good morning. Good morning. DJ Ronnie G. What is up, brother? How are you doing? Know that song. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream.
Merrily,
I'm preparing to toast a marshmallow. Look at the colors, children.
Oh my God. You know,
I'm attempting to roast a rainbow marshmallow.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a camper. Boy, rocket packs and campfire songs.
Better be careful or I end up talking to myself.
Oh my goodness. Good stuff.
Good morning, everybody. Little update before we get going. Today, I still haven't updated the GoFundMe, but I plan on doing that today. I've got to go pick up my wife's rifle from the gun range. Because they had to work on it a little bit.
Kitty's got a gun.
Yes, Kitty's got a gun. Kitty. Okay, So when we went out to the range, some of you might have saw we were all out at the range weekend before last, and Kitty, like 50 yards, red dot sight. That's not a zoom. There's no zoom. There's no 2 times magnification or anything like that. This is just a red dot sight with a holographic floater. 50 yards, all super tight groupings, like in a line.
Mm-hmm.
They went down in lines. It's like she was like,
Damn.
like periods coming out of a typewriter. She did really good. She did no shit.
Wow.
No absolute shit. She was putting them downrange. She did a really good job. Everybody did a really good job. Everybody. Mary's game room. Do not mess with Mary. That's your Valhalla Annie Oakley right there. Do not mess with Mary. There's some people they did really good. Akimi did really good. Everybody was like pew pew pew. They did really good. Okay, update anyway, because I can get off track and start talking all kinds of shit.
You don't say. I think we do that every Monday morning.
GoFundMe. So I'm going to be updating today when I get back from picking up the rifle. I am most likely going to have surgery on my foot. That had nothing to do with the GoFundMe. But I guess it will now. I guess I'll use whatever for that too, because my foot got broken in the end of June, beginning of July. It is a 5th metatarsal break closer to the heel of my foot. That means that the bone snapped and is no longer connected. It has not healed. It's just sitting there in the exact same position that it was, and it has not healed since July. So I talked to my podiatrist last week, and they got back to me Friday and said, you're probably looking at surgery. We'll have to go in and shave like a part of my heel off the bone and use it as like a stent. Use it as like a connector for the bone and let it heal that way. They're not going to do a pin in it. At least I don't think they are. I don't know. I'll know more, but they're going to cut open my foot. So,
God damn.
No, that's not good. And considering I have neuropathy in my feet and stuff like that. So just a little update. All this will be going out on the GoFundMe. All the information will be updated. So if you're not on there, you can just look it up. If you want to pull up the GoFundMe, I know somebody has a link for it, and you can get updates. You don't have to have contributed anything to get the updates. That'll go out just on the main page. That way everybody stays up to date, knows exactly what's happening with the money that they provided. I want to be very transparent about that. MB Geeks Bar and Grill with $10 super chat. Yesterday was my birthday. Happy birthday!
All right.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Yesterday was me and Eris's wedding anniversary.
Happy anniversary! Also,
Anniversary.
live on here.
Anniversary.
I didn't get to give you the DM for that because I'm more of a so-called face-to-face. So happy anniversary to my brother in mischief and his lovely wife, the Fez Kitty herself. Heiress of Chaos, 1 year already. I was saying backstage, I can't believe it's been a year already. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Project Storytime. Wasn't that the pop that Eris heard in another room? Yes, when my foot broke. She's like, what the hell was that? And I was like, I think it was my foot. Did you break a bone? What'd you do?
Something broke.
Something
Damn.
broke. And I didn't even know it till the next day because I didn't go to the emergency room right away. I was like, it's fine. I probably just pulled a muscle. And then I saw the blue on it the next night. I was like, better go to the emergency room too. And yeah, it was broken. And they didn't think it was broken. They were like, well, you're walking on it and it doesn't look broken and we'll see. And then they scanned it and, oh, it's broken. Okay, thank you.
Thanks for the hot tip, Quincy.
Yeah. MB Geek says, I hope you enjoyed the day of the birth of the greatest Navy in the world. Hell yeah, on my anniversary. So,
all right.
We had a good time. We walked around the Strand and had lunch at a couple of different places and then retired and came home yesterday. So,
and made some hot, passionate whoopee.
How'd you know about that? Anyway, thank you so much. MB Geeks, Barn Girl, for that $10 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here on Valhalla, and this one is just for you, brother. Long live the fighters. Skull!
Long live the fighters!
Woo.
And yes, crunch. That sounded expensive. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm a pain in the ass. And I'm kind of pissed about it. Because the podiatrist was pissed that the bone doctor I went and saw wasn't like, no, you have to stay off of it completely for like 3 months. They gave me that boot, and he was like, that was immediately the worst thing they could have done was give you that boot. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna look at it and we're gonna get it fixed. So I was like, okay. All right.
Jesus.
Dean, what's up? Friday was the 39th anniversary since I graduated boot camp in San Diego. What is up, dude? What is up? Hell yeah. That's home turf right there. That's where I was born. It was Balboa Medical Hospital right there in San Diego. That's where I was born.
Crazy.
Well, now we're going to have a whole bunch of people looking up San Diego.
You guys want to go to the San Diego Comic-Con? Oh, God, no. Imagine trying to find your way to the bathroom in a place like that. Do they still do that? San Diego Expo?
Yes, they do.
Comic-Con? My God, I can't imagine how many people are there.
Yep. SDCC.
Mm.
Yes,
Crazy,
they still
crazy.
do San Diego Comic-Con.
Wow.
That's the big one.
That is the big one.
You know what? I remember. Does anybody remember? Before we get to the topic today, I know we spent like almost 20 minutes.
Well, we got
Yes,
a lot of catching up to do over the weekend. That's what Mondays usually are. That's why I think, oh, this looks like a good topic. How long we stay on it, I have no idea.
Getting in the door used to not be a problem. You'd get in the door, and then you'd have all these things that everybody would have, and everybody was selling. And you do a Star Trek convention, it was like $20 to get in the door or something. Yeah, that's it's $20, but you spend $20 to get in the door. You have all this stuff you can buy from the vendors, and they're charging the shit out of people for tables. So vendors got to make their money back. It's all hey, we can make a lot of money and we can make a lot of people happy, and people come together and have a good time, right? The convention in San Antonio is $200 to get in the door.
Damn.
That's just to get in the door.
That's just to get in the door.
$200 for one person.
Ugh.
Just to get in the door. Now, explain to me, please, somebody out there, explain to me how charging $200 for one single person, that's $400 for a couple. You're almost halfway to $1,000 just to get in the door. Yes, $200, Henry.
Is that for the whole weekend or is that per day?
That's for the weekend.
Okay.
That's for your weekend passes.
Right.
$200.
Still kind of doesn't make it any better, but yeah.
So that's $400 for 2 people. That's $600 for 3 people. Obviously, we go up from there. So for 5 people to get into San Antonio's big convention, Space Con, whatever it is, it's $1,000.
Just
now, I've
get
got to
in the
know,
door.
just to get in the door, I've got to know what the hell is in that door. And then if you want to do anything, obviously you got to pay for it.
Mhm.
There is not just, oh, well, I get to go and see Ben Browder talk for free. No, you got to pay for that. Oh, I want to meet Ben Browder. Oh, you got to pay for that. Oh, I want to get Ben Browder's signature. Got to pay for that. How about a photo op? Got to pay for that. So everything concerning all of the guest speakers and all the guests, you got to pay to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's $200 to get in the door for one person. Let's say you want an autograph and a signature. You're probably looking anywhere from another $200 to $500. Want a group thing? You're looking even more than that. So if you want a picture with a group. If you're like,
Loki, I've always loved Stargate SG-1, and I want to get a picture with Samantha Carter and Teal'c and O'Neill and Jackson, and I want that other guy that Ben Browder played in the last 2 seasons that nobody can remember the name of.
if you want that, you're looking at astronomical pricing
Yeah.
just to get near them.
Yeah, because it's not like they're going to all be taking photos together either. Everyone's going to have their own separate booth. So if you want photos of the cast, you're probably looking at $1,000 right there.
And that is the lower tier. Why? Because they don't consider Stargate that big of a thing. You want to get in on the, hey, I want to meet what the hell they call her in Star Wars? I want to meet Ahsoka. You're looking at like $500 just to meet and greet. You're looking at all this pricing, all this crazy pricing.
That's ridiculous.
Jonas Quinn is Loki's favorite SG-1. Ah! You shouldn't even be on the box, damn it. He shouldn't even be on the box. He's on the box.
Oh my
He's
God.
on the Blu-ray box.
What's
Why
on
the
the
hell
box?
is he on the why is he on the Blu-ray box? Why is Jonas Quinn on the Blu-ray box for SG-1? He was on there 1 season. He came back and guested 1 episode. Get Jonas off the damn box. He doesn't belong on the box. It's Daniel's spot. Whoever the hell came up with that didn't know what the hell they were doing. They were like, oh, I like this photo. Doesn't know anything about the show. That's one of those randos. It's like, well, he wasn't on the show that much. We'll give him a shot on the box.
Good idea there. So $200 to get in the door. Probably $1,000 for whatever you want to do inside. Not to mention, depending on where you're coming from, travel.
That's 1 day.
Yeah, 1 day. Travel
1 day.
expenses, hotel stays, food and transportation, and all that kind of crap. My God, it's astronomical. It's like people are going to have to. Your average fan, especially in today's economy, would probably have to work an entire year and not take any time off just to go.
Just to go and have fun and maybe meet somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just like, no, N-O. I'm not meeting anybody besides people that are going to be at the con, like us creators. I'm not doing any of that shit. I am no, N-O. You can take a big N and a big O and throw that shit in a pot and go, no.
Oh, you're just bitching about the money.
Well, no, it's not. It is not. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. They're draining you at a time where you're already being drained by everything else.
Yeah.
And that'll lead us into what the hell we're here to talk about today.
Well, I guess case in
Joker.
point, it's not about the money. Well, in a way, yeah, it is. It's all about the money these days because everybody's got to scrimp and save wherever they can. Can't afford frivolous things, kind of like a 93% box office drop over the weekend, too. What a wise investment that was.
Henry Gamble said, Loki, Dublin's Comic-Con, to my knowledge, didn't cost money to meet people. It costs for entry, but not enough to sell a damn kidney. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you got to pay to do the meet and greets, and you're on a list. And you're in queues and all kinds of shit throughout the day where you're like, ugh.
So think about that. You pay $1,000 to stand around in lines all day. How great does that sound?
No, absolutely freaking not. No, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see. Hopefully, I'll see this little penguin guy.
Oh,
I'll see this little penguin guy down here, little penguin sheriff, Punk Waddle.
All right.
I shot the sheriff.
Some Cotton Connection folks. So, a turtle, a Shelly. Maybe a Shelly out there I'll run into. I know I'm going to run into a certain blue puppet bastard named Snowdub. And so there'll be, people to run into and people to hang with. And I'm not there for the Star Trek people that cost thousands of dollars to get in to see.
Could
I'm not
buy
there
your
to see
own
the
damn
Star
ship
Wars
for
people.
that.
I like the Stargate stuff, but I'm just not. I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Ben Browder thing, and I was like, I've got a John Crichton action figure in a box, a Farscape figure, but still, I'm like, is it worth like $500 to go and get them to sign some shit and to say hello and get a picture? No, it is not. That's cool, but that's a lot of money. Will Malozzi be there? I don't think so. I know Carter's not going to be there. Carter canceled. And Christopher Judge isn't going to be there. I think everybody else is going to be there, main cast wise. And you've got the chick that played Janet Frazier, the doctor, is going to be there. But shit, man. Okay, Joker. Let's talk about one of the biggest flops of this decade so far.
Good God. This decade in what, Warner Brothers and DC history at this rate? Jesus.
So one of the very first videos uploads content I made was about the original Joker. Why? Because it was getting such a bad rap and it hadn't even come out yet. People were trashing it. People were saying that it was too violent. It was too this. It was all crazy shit. And I'm going to tell you, the press's attempt to shut down this movie and get them to change it, and there was absolutely no reason. They were completely overreacting and acting like children. Drove people to see this movie. All the bad press, all the warnings, all the crazy stuff drove people to see a okay movie about a guy named Arthur Fleck. Is he the Joker? That's a very good question. I don't think he is. Does it happen in Gotham? Why? Yes, it does. Gotham of the 80s. Is there a Bruce Wayne? Yeah, but he's a kid and he's not really,
Mm-hmm.
Is there a Batman? No, there absolutely, positively is not a Batman. So I saw this movie 2.5 times. What do you mean Loki saw it 2.5 times? I saw it twice in theater. I had to go back and see it again just to make sure that I wasn't, I hadn't lost my mind. Oh my God, there's so much death and so much carnage and so much blah, blah, blah. It's all exaggerated nonsense. There's like 6 or 7 people that die in this movie. Does Arthur Fleck shoot a couple of guys that were doing horrible things? Sure he does.
Yeah.
But it's nothing that none of us have ever. The way they treated this movie was like, you're going to go in a normal, everyday human being, and you were going to come out a twisted, maniacal monster. And I was like, oh, goody. I love movies like that. I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I want to come out Two-Face. That's what I want to come out. I want to come out Two-Face. So you don't come out like that. You're just like, okay, and it's over. It is over. Now, why was there such a push to make a second movie? Warner Brothers made back shit on this movie, on the original.
Well, wait, Loki. That can't be right. I seem to remember that the Joker made over $1 billion worldwide. So Warner Brothers must have been raking them cash.
Warner Brothers didn't financially put up the money to do this movie. What they did was they let investors make the movie. So they threw out about just enough to give it a little commercials, a little bit of commercials, a little bit of promotion. And that's all Warner Brothers did. So when those billions of dollars were made, that $1 billion, that money went back to the investors. Just because it was brought to you by Warner Brothers doesn't mean they had a huge stake in the movie. They missed the train. They had no idea. They weren't excited about releasing the first movie. They knew it was going to be contentious and that people were going to flip out. So what do? They immediately talk about, well, it made $1 billion. We need to make another one. And started pushing to make a second movie when a second movie is needed.
No. Well, I mean, what's his name? Todd Phillips even said multiple times, oh, no, it's good enough as a standalone. I got no plans to do a sequel. But then what happened? Back up that Brinks truck full of green, baby. We want to make bank this time. We'll pay you as long as you can give us exactly what we want, which is another $1 billion. Oh, by the way, guess what we're going to do with this one? Oh,
Okay, Pacific. Really quick, off topic here. I understand there's a whole bunch of people pissed off at StreamYards. I'm paid off on StreamYards to July. Just don't take the price hike and you'll be paying less than you were paying before for medium. Okay, so if you think about StreamYards, you've got free, you've got low, you've got medium, and you've got high. Well, they took out the low tier. All right. The medium tier is now what the high tier used to be. And the high tier is even higher because you can record in 4K in your back room. That is what the big price increase is for. Is for the ability to record in 4K with a 4K camera in your back room when you're not streaming. You can't stream in 4K. But you can record in 4K. If you have the lifetime discount, it's actually cheaper now than it was for a year before the same thing. The month to month is more expensive.
boy, am I
That's
glad I'm
going to
not
keep
a
being
user.
more expensive. For everyone who wants a completely free platform to stream on, StreamYards isn't going to be what you want anymore. It's just the way it is. The low tier is more expensive than the old low tier, but the low tier is now what the high tier used to be. So, MB Geeks, Smart Girl with $5 super chat. Good morning, brother. How you doing? He said, I said after the first movie, there was zero reason for a sequel. The movie was lightning in a bottle. This was one and done movie. Yeah. Oh yeah. And now we've got an absolute shit movie on our hands. That is shit, and they knew it was going to be shit.
It
And
is
for
shit.
everybody that's like, oh, poor Arthur. This is what they wanted to do, and they wanted to demasculate him, and they wanted to make us crying, sniveling mess, and they wanted you to see how horrible it was to stand up and say, I'm not going to take this shit anymore. This is your reward, is getting bang bust in prison for standing up and saying, no, I've had enough. Mr. Buttcrack Media, who's been a member for 23 months. What's up, brother? Hail, Loki, enjoying my day off work with you all. Hell yeah, brother. Kick back, relax, chill out, have a good one, and enjoy your day off, man. Make sure you pop your feet up and chill out. The first movie had less violence than RoboCop. It was the media trying to be alarmists. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
that's
mean,
what drove it.
That's a good way to go, because I mean, RoboCop was rated R too. It's like, oh well, that was a product of its time. Well, even so, it was still more violent than Joker. I mean, Arthur shot 3 people on the subway, banged another guy's head in the door, or shanked him one, and then shot Robert De Niro right in the head twice.
Strangled mama.
But I mean, smothered her with a pillow. But man, when it comes to the amount of gore and the show of violence that was in that, it was very minimal compared to other things that have pushed that R rating envelope.
There was nothing in this movie that was like what the press was making out to be. So that's why you had, because I remember going to see it both times, and it was full of teenagers. Why was it full of teenagers? Because this was a movie you were told you should absolutely, positively not go see this movie. Do not, under any circumstances, go see this movie. So every teenager in their right mind is going to go, I'm going to go see this movie. And I bet you they were disappointed. They were, because it wasn't anything like they were making it out to be. Mexican Iron Man with $5 super chat says, I just found out that today is no longer just Columbus Day, but is also now Indigenous Peoples Day. As such, I'm here to collect my reparations. I've got a reparation for you right here you can collect.
Reparation H.
Thank you so very much. Mr. Buttcrack Media, MB Geeks Bar Girl, and Mexican Iron Man for your contributions. This one is just for you. Keep the fires burning bright, Valhalla, and Skull!
That right
He
there.
looks pissed.
That just gave us an R rating right there.
That's right. That's right. It did.
What was in the bag? Nothing. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's a bunch of talking Alf dolls.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh no, what's in the box? Your wife's head.
Skull Henry and Pacific. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it taking it off topic. You're all good. StreamYards is what StreamYards is, and
That's what we
there
do.
will be something new come along that will work for people. I'm gonna keep with this and at least until next year, until I'm paid up. I know I will be going down a level into the $300 range because they said, and I quote, "This price will never change with your lifetime discount." Well, guess what? They changed it. So I'll be going down and I'll be paying less a year. So I'll be paying less than I made before or than I had to pay before. So as long as I'm paying less, I don't give a shit. And I get the exact same thing. So the 1080p streaming is why I did the Pro level before. I wanted to stream in 1080p. I wanted the streams to be in 1080p. I didn't want them in 720p. I wanted them to look better. So
In all honesty, let's face it, you don't want this in 2K or 4K anyway. Not at this time of day, baby. Yep. Boy, am I glad I'm drinking a shitload of vodka today. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Yeah, just imagine that in 4K. Watch your ratings take a nosedive, kind of like a Warner Brother dip at the box office there. Oh my God. Yeah, and you know what the funny thing is, when this first, I mean, because I remember watching it in the theater, and I thought, oh, that's cool. You know, I like the direction, I like the style. Everything's got the 80s tinge to it with the, you know, even the old school Warner Brothers logo at the start of the movie. Thought it was good. I thought it was really good. Oh, but Zero, it makes exploitation out of mentally ill people. Now shut up. You're missing the whole point. So I thought it was good. When it came out on home video, got it then, watched it again, loved it, thought it was great, you know, and of course, timeline wise, it doesn't add up because it's like, you know, he runs into little Bruce Wayne and attacks his maid or whatever. She falls and hits her head or some shit like that. Oh, Mr. Wayne, we are out of the Windex.
No.
Consuela, go down and get some Windex. No. Use the off-brand.
No. It leave film and streaks on glass. So I thought it was good. I thought it was all right. And the way they had everything lined up where it wasn't canonically parallel with everything that we already know, I thought, okay, cool. That way they can kind of tell their own story. Friends don't let friends drive Subaru, just like my Subaru Outback that Paul Hogan used to do them commercials for back in the day, mate. Right. So I thought it was good. It lined up nicely. They switched it up a little so they could tell their own story. And by the end of it, I'm thinking it's pretty good. It's a nice little standalone project right there. Was I thinking about a sequel? Yeah, maybe. If they did something like that, that would have been nice. But I didn't think it needed one. And I think that was the general consensus when trickles of information about the sequel started to come on out. And the first thing, one of the first things I saw starting to get blowback. Oh my God, Lady Gaga's in it? No thanks. I'm out. And at the same time, everyone's just thinking, you know, a lot of the general consensus out there was, oh my God, Harley Quinn has been beaten to death this year. I'm so sick of that character. Can we please try something else? And then on top of that, they're going to be singing in it. Oh, it's just going to be a few songs. No, I heard it's going to be a musical. No. The songs have nothing to do with it. They're just, it could be like a dream sequence. No, I heard it's going to be a musical. I guess we're just going to have to go and see it, right? Oh my God. There
No,
was,
don't go and see it. I'm just telling you
You
that
know,
right now. Don't go and see
and
it. It's a waste of money.
yeah. And I do want to throw this out there because, it's that old mantra. It's so bad, it's good. I mean, this is not Tommy Wiseau's The Room. This was not a tiny independent project that you can go watch for $5 and laugh your ass off and have a good time with it. This day and age, people are a lot more careful with their money, I would hope. And if they don't like something, especially when you start to get blowback from the people that made this damn thing, from you just simply criticizing it, and doing whatever. Well, if you don't like it, the fans can go F-bomb themselves. Okay.
Oh, I love that one.
All the
Don't we
more,
love that one here in
that's-
Valhalla? Is
yeah,
if
really
you don't
good.
like it, you can go F yourselves.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I really want to spend money
Yeah.
on your movie or your game
Exactly.
or whatever it is you're trying to
Exactly.
sell me.
Well, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. Oh, thank you so much, Warner Brother overlords, for giving me the choice. I already made my choice a long time ago. So it's not even one of those cases where it's so bad it's good. No.
Let me remind everyone here of something. The Squad kills the Justice League. Okay? One of the biggest gaming bombs to ever happen. And
it's
why?
still alive.
And it's still alive. It's a zombie game. Why did it happen the way it happened? Because they pretty much said, if you chuds don't like it, don't buy it. Well, guess what these chuds didn't do? We didn't buy it. We didn't pay for it. We didn't pay it. We didn't keep playing it. We're not going to do that. You're morons. You're absolute and total morons. If you believe telling your customers, if you don't like it, you can just go down the river and go F yourself in the pond, that we're going to do business with you after you talk to us like this.
Yeah. Because people are starting to get fed up. They've been fed up for a while. It's just now we're starting to get a lot more vocal with it. We've been vocal about it for a while too, but the more you force something on someone, the more pushback you're going to get, especially if we don't agree with your ideals or, anything like that. It's going to be crazy, especially, we go around in circles about the same old thing, because it's when you're asking us for your money, but you don't want our opinions that rightfully come with it. When, how much does it go to see a movie at the goddamn theater this day and age for one person?
$12 to $15 or more per ticket.
For a ticket.
Per ticket. That's $20 to $30 for a ticket. Sometimes more if you go decide to do the big IMAX thing. I think when we did IMAX last, it was like $18 for Dune 2. I think that was the last IMAX movie we went and saw. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
The last new IMAX movie. I know we went and saw Lord of the Rings, all 3 movies in IMAX and 4K. But I think Dune 2 was the last big brand new movie we went and saw, and that was almost $20 a pop.
Yeah.
And then popcorn.
It's
15
expensive.
bucks. Drinks. That's another $10, $5 a piece or more. So you're looking at anywhere between $40 to $60 just for popcorn and drinks. It's not candy. That's not any extras. I usually cheat just a little bit and have some mints. I like
junior mints.
Junior mints.
It's
junior
refreshing.
mints and
It's chocolate. It's peppermint. It's delicious. But that's the thing, case in point right there. Like, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it. If you want to go to a movie just to watch a movie, fine. If you want to sit there and just watch it, that's cool. But I mean, if you take in a movie like this, which is over 2.5 hours, give or take. I don't know about you, but if I'm going to sit somewhere for almost 3 hours, I'm going to need at least a beverage to go along with it. So yeah, right. There you go. So I mean, you're going to front all this money to go and see this piece of crap when you don't know it's going to be a piece of crap. And then you don't want to take our criticism after we find out it's a piece of crap. Sorry to say, bruh, that's not the way the world works anymore. And if your number one knee-jerk reaction is to say, well, it wasn't made for you, or if you don't like it, don't watch it. Or if you didn't like it, you can go F yourself. Well, excuse me, Mr. Director. How old are you? How much money did you get paid? If someone dumped an ass load of green money, not the marijuana, if someone dumped an ass load of money, if someone came up to me and gave me even just like $2 million to make this stupid piece of crap, I'd be like, okay, Zero, you do whatever you want to do. Just don't get mad at the fans. It's like, bitch, I just made bank. I don't care. People can say whatever they want to say. Oh, well, Zero clearly just shows that he did it for the money. No. But you see my point. You're making asinine amounts of money on this thing based on how well it does or not. You're still getting a paycheck at the end of the day. But if you can't handle the words that people are throwing out, whether it's constructive or not, you're in the wrong industry. Because if you want to act like a kindergarten, he pinched me, pinch him harder. What are you doing? You're just, I mean, come on.
Well, there is no experience and there is no leadership there at all. All the experience is being blacklisted. All the experienced writers and creators are being blacklisted except for a few. And they just want these new people that don't have any idea how to make a movie that they can completely control and push to do what they want to do. It is corporate in the utmost echelons. Dean Krantz says, I think I've seen my last movie in theater. I can go shooting and fishing and have more fun. Okay, so for the same price of going out to the movies, what would be $60-$70 for two people? I can get 200 rounds of ammunition. I can go to the range. I can get half a dozen targets and go out for a couple hours and pew, pew, pew downrange and just chill and have fun. I can go have fun. And there is no messaging. There is no BS. There is no subverted expectations. I know when I pull that trigger, unless there is some kind of malfunction or some kind of bullet problem, that bullet is going to come out of my gun as expected, fly down the range very quickly as expected. And hit my target center mass in nice tight groupings about this big as expected and do what I wanted to do.
Do you think if at some point, what would you do if you fired said gun, but it didn't work as expected? What if the bullet came out and stopped and turned around and said, Loki, guns promote violence. I don't want to go hit the target you're pointing at.
I'm already launching another one at the one that's sitting there mouthing at me, and it can go through that one and still hit its target. I'm not putting up with any bullshit. And no, it's not going to do that. Because, they know what their job is and they know how to do it and they do it well.
Yeah. So apparently,
a bad day fishing is better than any corrupt movie coming from Hollywood. You know what a bad day of fishing is? A bad day of fishing is going out in your boonie hat and your Hawaiian shirt and your shorts, getting on a boat, no leeches. God help me. We are not fishing with leeches. I'll wake up in the boat at like 2 p.m., be covered in them bastards. No. Go out and just chill.
I was even going to say, man, like what is a bad day of fishing? Relaxing on a boat with your
Relaxing on a boat with your snacks,
your drinks, your company if you brought some. Just
listening, got the headphone in one ear with the phone playing videos as I'm just chilling by the lake in the cool air.
You know, some people might not even bring a phone. They would just sit there and commune with nature. I know that's probably a little bit rare nowadays, but some people would do it. Imagine this. Would you rather pay $40 or $50 to go see some piece of shit when half of your audience is walking out halfway through the movie? Or would you rather spend less than that, go sit on a boat somewhere on a pond? Oh, Zero, that sounds boring. Get the fuck out of here. Oops, there's my congenial F-bomb of the day. I'm sure I got at least one more. But you see what I'm saying? You know, it's man, the simple things were so much better. And when you complicate things like this over just a little bit of criticism, if like, what's a bad day in fishing? You don't catch anything? Are you going to dunk your head in the water and go, hey, fish, I don't appreciate you not taking them out of bait? Do you think the fish are going to pop up and go, well, if you don't like it, go fish somewhere else? Jesus. I don't even know.
Gene Grant standing in the river because he's one of those
He's gonna-
standing fly fishermen.
You go into fly fishing, right?
I'm like the boat dude. I'm out in the, I'm out in the
That's
little,
my boat.
the little outboard motorboat and chilling, doing the thing because I don't want to stand there all day. I used to be the stand up. I'll stand there all day guy. Now I'm like,
Loki used to be a stand-up guy. Now he sits.
Yeah, that's right. Now I sit.
But I mean, it's just that thing. If you don't like it, go F yourself. I don't know why I put an accent on there, but this wasn't made for you. There's the other splash of cold water that gets thrown around way too much. This wasn't made for you. Well, who was it made for?
Obviously not.
Yeah.
It obviously wasn't. Let me ask, who was Joker 2 made for? It was made for Warner Brothers. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the inherent problem with almost all of media today. This movie wasn't made for you. That is absolutely positively correct. It was not made for you. It was made for the corporation that's producing it. Why? Because they want to make money or they want to send a message. Why should sending a message take priority over making money? Because they're making money from the United States government every time they make one of these movies. So part of the bill is paid for by your taxes. Guess what? You get to pay for this shit. You get to pay for it. You at home watching this right now, you get to pay for these movies to be made. They are literally handing Hollywood hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, probably in the tens of billions of dollars by now, just to make this trash. They're giving them credit. They're giving them financial security. Why? So things don't crash and burn like they were going to, because they were going to. Plain simple, this should have already happened. The U.S. government bailed out the entertainment industry during the coup. And that's still active. They are still paying to make these movies. So imagine a movie that cost $150 million to make, but they only had to put $50 million in because the United States government gave them 75. So what's the real cost of the movie? So one of the things nobody's talking about. What's the real cost of the movie? $50 million. What about the promotional material? You can throw that in there too. So take off, that's $75 million you don't have to make back. So the actual what we need to make back is far lower, so they can throw whatever they want in there. The company doesn't care. The corporation doesn't care. It's more about the message. It's more about teaching you a lesson than it is about coming out with a successful movie. The only time things have gotten a little wishy-washy is when certain giant corporations get on shaky ground because they've had one bomb after the other. And eventually it gets too tight and creeps up on them. And they go, well, shit, we're going to have to start making money. We need to come out with our next Deadpool movie, guys, so we can make a little money back and cover the bases so we can make more trash. Yay, us.
Yep. Garbage day is coming early again. Cash cows. And what happens with your cash grabs? There's no passion behind it. Absolutely none. And fans can see that. It's easy. It's not a bad way to go.
That's called cheating.
It is cheating, but I mean, I guess if you want to get shit done quick, there you go.
I don't know. To me, that like takes out the entire point because I just want to.
You just want to sit there with my rod.
And I want to do this. I don't even want to fight the fish. I don't care if I catch anything or not. I just want to sit out, cast, tinker, and do nothing but fish and think.
Just enjoy the
I
sounds.
don't care if I bring anything home.
Adega says,
experience.
fire in the hole!
Alligator extermination.
I remember back in the day, we used to wrestle up some crocogators out south. It was all right. Me and my Subaru out back. I just can't wrap my head around the concept of a weak Joker. He's just Arthur, and this creates a total contradiction to the first film. Fans can see the money grab and react more publicly. Well, it is a good case in point right there, because I did mean to ask her, because I have not seen this, and I'm not going to go see it. I never had any plans to go and see it as soon as I saw all the crap that was starting to hit the fan with this one, you know. So I thought, well, maybe, spoiler alert. Loki's running dry.
He ran out of coffee. Holy crap. Loki
Crap.
never runs out of coffee in the morning.
Proceed to the nearest nebula, warp 6. So,
There's copy in that nebula.
There's
Commander
copy.
Tuvok, set a course. I don't care if we put the whole ship in danger. I want my cup of joe.
Captain, I might have to recommend that setting course to the nearest nebula would take us through a quite sophisticated and dangerous asteroid field.
Shut up, you dumb Vulcan, and set a course now.
I almost said something else, but
By your orders, Captain. Plotting course now. Beep, beep, beep. Yep. All right. Stay tuned next week when Loki and I do our own version of Star Trek. Okay. So what was I saying? The spoiler alert, because like I said, I have no plans to see this, even if it comes out on home video or some streaming service somewhere. I'm done. The problem is, it's like, well, this Arthur Fleck character isn't the real Joker. He's just like the inspiration for some mad criminal that, takes inspiration from him, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Fine, cool. You can do whatever you want.
yeah, because that's going to happen once he gets gang aped in the showers.
Once he gets
American
gaped,
History X.
oh my God, he's going to be walking funny for a while. Yeah. So I don't know. But I mean, it all just revolves around the same thing. It's like, well, we're going to have to try to write something for this. And then we'll just fill the rest in with musical parts because that's what I want to do. And if they don't like it, they can go F themselves in the A. So it's the same old thing, man. It didn't need to happen. I thought the idea of a sequel would have been cool if they were going to do something original with it and actually have some creative ideas about where to go with it. But after they started, up their own butts, we're just going to do whatever we want. It's like, well, you know what? I'm done. Because it didn't need to happen. It sure as hell didn't need to happen like this. We sure as hell didn't need to get served the slop fest that we got on the bronze platter that we got.
Yep.
And again, you want us to pay for it and go see it. You're saying it's not made for us, but who's going to see it? Apparently nobody.
They easily could emulate the Joker in the comics. That way Gotham did a crazier or real Joker break Arthur out at the end. There are no fans at the studio to know what fans would want. No. And you'll see a lot of these corporations and a lot of the companies saying, we're now taking fan interaction and seriously, and we're gonna have people come in and tell us what you guys are absolutely gonna hate and what you don't want. They're just going to hire the same bullshit people they've been hiring. That's all they're going to do. The sweet baby inks of the world are going to go in there and be like, no, if you had Luke Skywalker save the day, fans would absolutely hate that. You need to have the new girl that knows absolutely nothing, has never trained a day in her life, and would never be able to fight a man twice her size, completely decimate, overwhelm, and destroy the evil man at the end of the movie. Thank you.
You know what else you need? You need a transgender stormtrooper. I think I would like to see that. What fucking
You just had to go there,
what
didn't you?
fucking sense does that even make? God,
It was Brienne of Tarth, and they wanted her to do something else besides Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I went.
And we all saw how that turned out.
Yeah. Just throwing that one out there, folks, in case you haven't heard, but we're not even going to go there today because I've been fed enough of that over the weekend. My goodness. Yeah. So I don't know, Loki. What do you think? Do you think
80%
maybe
second week drop? I think it sucks. I think this is the biggest comic book movie bomb. And that's saying a lot.
it is.
Ladies and gentlemen,
There's been some
we
bad
have
ones.
Steel with Shaquille O'Neal in the house, and this is the biggest comic book movie of all time.
Yeah. I mean, wow. It's pretty crazy. So I don't know. I'm not an industry expert, but I mean, maybe we need a female Jedi kissing the bad guy to light side. Ooh, someone is going to steal that idea and run with it.
And yeah, this is a DC trend, and I'm so disappointed in them because you know what? When they came out and they made Superman, and I'm talking OG Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yeah.
When they did Batman in '89, they had so much going for them, and they continually screwed it up with sequels. They continually made it worse. I think the only comic book sequel they ever did that was better than the original was Superman 2 with Christopher Reeve. And to me, that's a better movie. But it's also was filmed all at the same time. Almost all of it anyway, until they got rid of Donner and screwed it up.
Yeah.
Even some of that's good. I like the Paris thing at the beginning of the movie. I wish the Paris thing was in the director's cut. But anyway, to stay on topic, DC has a history of screwing it up again and again and again and again and again and again when it comes to their superhero franchise stuff. How many new Batmans are we going to get?
Yeah.
How many reboots are we going to get?
I saw it was a comment not too long ago. So agree or disagree. Because someone out there in the YouTube land said, personally, I don't think we needed anything after Batman Returns when it comes to that particular franchise. You could say Christopher Nolan resurrected everything, but I mean, if the last two Schumacher Batmans hadn't fallen so hard flat on their bat nipple infested suits, maybe Nolan doesn't go and reboot those because they didn't need it. I mean, you can call Batman Returns a crazy movie, but that's just Tim Burton with creative freedom right there. And you know what? I still liked it. I liked how friggin' creepy it was and shit like that. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Did we? I'd like to fill her void. Just the pussy I've been looking for. Yeah, it went there. So, I don't know. What do you think? Did we need anything after Batman Returns? Because we sure as hell didn't need the Schumacher films. But they got.
I don't know. There's aspects of it that I like, though. Okay, so I loved Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, even though we never got Billy D. Williams, which would have been interesting.
Yeah,
I love Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. I liked Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I thought he was a pretty good Riddler. Riddle me this, Batman.
Shut.
You know? Uh-oh. Is that me or is that
Thanksgiving
him?
morning.
Oh, there he is. He's still frozen on my end. Who knows?
I'm here.
Okay. I don't know if that was him or me. Whatever it is, whatever the problem is, they've had some good parts of it. I mean, no one's ever going to forget Tom Hardy going, yes, you lived in the darkness. I was born to it.
I still can't believe. I mean, like, really, didn't they have to redo that over because the first one was too scary or something? It's like, hey, Tom, we're just gonna put you in the sound booth for a couple days, and you're gonna hold this big glass, and you're basically just gonna talk into it. Oh, you mean like this? I'm gonna jump out of a plane.
I'm going to get you, Batman.
Oh my God.
You lived in the darkness. I was born to it.
You may call yourself the night, but I invented the dark of the night. So I mean, say what you will about how Nolan, resurrected the franchise, but again, I go back to if the Schumacher films never happened, at least the way they did, maybe we didn't need the Nolan films, because I loved the Nolan films. I thought they were awesome, and I thought it was great how they brought the franchise back from the brink of death. That was cool.
Yeah,
but then as inflation goes up Well, inflation just goes up. That's what
Oh
inflation.
yeah, it just goes up and up and
It
up.
just goes up. You know, so when these things start to cost more and then people pay more to go see it, you know, it's kind of like that thing where I don't know, people just kind of get used to making money off these things. You know, but at the same time, you also you can start to run the risk of diminishing returns. And you know, you can throw out a lot of phrases like oversaturation or things like that. There's too many superhero movies, in which case I would kind of agree, but I also think there's too many superhero movies that just aren't very good. I mean, you know, the creative directions aren't really there, the writing's not good, you know. So I mean, it's okay to be spoiled for choice, but when you're spoiled for choice when it's all the same crap, who really gives a shit in the first place, you know? And now here we are with, you know, I mean, how much did the first Joker movie cost? That was a small budget.
Yeah, I think it was around $70 million.
Like 70, $80 million, something like that.
And that was with press and all that shit. That was the whole kit and caboodle. I believe. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, by all means, correct me.
Who knows? If someone in chat knows, let us know. So I don't know how much this new one costs, you know, but I mean, with the threat of diminishing returns, with the threat of not making as much money as you did on this one, and with the threat that they themselves put out there saying this was not made for you. Again, I've been saying this all year long. What did you think was going to happen? And maybe they just don't care. Maybe they don't care that the numbers have just bottomed right through the toilet bowl. Maybe they don't care because maybe they just went into this thing thinking we're just going to have some fun with it. And whatever we make back, if we make back anything, great. If not, well then it's just a big F you to the fans anyway. Joker was made for $55 million. Thank you, Pops. Thank you. $55 million with a simple idea, a simple story with a complex character. And it made bank. And now we're going to bring in Lady Gag Me and make a fucking musical. What did you think was going to happen?
And on that note, we're getting out of here, guys. Thank you so very much for being here. We're going to send you over to Mocking Draws right now. We will be back tomorrow for Taco Tuesday, and the countdown continues to next week. So guys, mark it down on the calendar, the 22nd. Huge deal. We're going to be kicking it off here on Taco Tuesday, and it will be something that you did not expect to see here 1 week from tomorrow. So the countdown continues.
Did we lose everybody?
I don't know. Are we? Is that it?
Oh,
Are we done?
getting some big lag here. Holy crap. I didn't know if that was my end or your end.
We're getting out of here, guys. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter, and we'll see you on the next one. You're so sensitive.
I don't know. Am I sensitive? It's possible. How sensitive could I be, though? I mean, I don't break down into tears. Should I start going on the X or Twitter or whatever it's called, just voicing my concerns over everything that I don't like or everything that I take offense with? I don't know if I could do that. Sometimes I can be a very opinionated guy, and sometimes opinions piss people off. But they're just opinions, and everybody's entitled to one. So what's the big effing deal in the first place? Everybody's
Rice and beans.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment,
You son of a
subscribe,
bitch!
and hammer that notification bell.